Shalom, Yashrala. I want to start off first things first, giving all praise and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakakadash, to the Paleo Hebrew tongues, correct names of the Heavenly Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Double honors to the apostles and elders of GMS. And shalom to the sisters and brothers living this truth, and the brothers and sisters listening, studying to show themselves approved. Shalom. I want to come to you today with something that's got me feeling good in the spirit, to show you that, this thing is really heating up. You got Esau versus Esau. And not just Esau versus Esau, what I noticed about it, Esau's starting to vert back into the nigger role, the true niggas that they are. They're starting to act like, what you expect from Jake. And that's all, been prophesied in the Bible that would happen in the end times. And so I got a quick little video I'm going to play that shows two Edomites acting like niggas. And that's a very Yappa thing. That shows we at the end of this thing. The Most High is taking the curses off of Yasharallah, and now he's putting them back on Edom and these heathen nations. So without further ado, let's watch the video, which is, it's crazy. Hey, had me cracking up. Check this stuff out, Yasharallah.
Shop Target deals all weekend. Save 10% on Target gift cards in stores and online. This Saturday and Sunday only. Just get your offer with Target Circle, only at Target.
Newly released video is raising questions about a deadly shooting in Lubbock, Texas. A father shot and killed while apparently arguing over child custody issues. The shooter, the ex-husband of a local judge, is now claiming self-defense. A warning, the images are disturbing. Here's ABC's Kaylee Hartung.
Call 911. Tonight, the shocking moment, a confrontation between two Texas men turns deadly, caught on camera. Kyle Carruth pulling a rifle on Chad Reed as Chad attempts to pick up one of his children from the care of his ex-wife Christina, seen in the white shirt.
I'm supposed to have you at 3:15, and you're playing games.
You can hear the argument between Chad and Christina.
You keep trying to keep my son from me.
Then Kyle, Christina's alleged boyfriend, joins the argument, brandishing his firearm.
Leave!
Call 911.
Where's my son?
Kyle fires a warning shot towards the ground. Chad reaches for the gun, then Kyle steps back before firing two fatal shots. This stunning video shot and released by Chad's widow, Jennifer.
I have it on video, Kyle. You did it, not him.
I told all of y'all to leave.
Now, 3 weeks after the shooting, no charges have been filed. The Lubbock Police Department turning the investigation over to the state's Attorney General.
The Attorney General is going to be looking at justification of stand your ground.
That's enough for that. You see, I told y'all to leave. Hey, he's showing out, man. They look like two niggas. That's usually what Jake go through. They was going through a custody battle, his old lady playing games, and you see she kind of edged it on, something that, hood rats do. See, it shows that Esau, and that dude was the son of a judge, the dude that shot him, so these is rich Edomites doing this. So this thing, Yahweh Shai is showing his power in full display for everybody to see. Because that is something you expect from, hood Jake. You wouldn't expect that from Esau. And all dude had to do, instead of being emotional, chick ain't, agreeing by the order, the judge could order to have his son. He could have took her back to court and got full custody. Instead, he wanted to get emotional, fight with her new dude. The new dude, you can tell he been tired of that dude. He went and grabbed that gun real quick, and he put dude to death. And my thing, why are you gonna wrestle with somebody with a gun and you ain't got a gun? Then you made a piss poor attempt, and he pushed you back, and he put dude to death. And you see how they letting him they say it's taking 3 weeks, no charges filed. Like they're probably gonna let him off for self-defense like Rittenhouse. But Jake wouldn't have got there. Both of them Jakes probably went to jail. Like one Jake got put to death, other Jake in jail. Esau got rid of two Jakes with one stone. So this is Yappa that's showing that Esau's going backwards. He's going back into his nigger phase, his caveman phase, and they are fighting and angry at each other because a lot of things are going on. Stress levels are high because you got this pandemic going around. People are now losing their money. Money's not what it used to be. And everything the tensions is real high. The iniquity is going abound, is making the love of many wax cold. So that's what we peeping right there. And all this is scriptural. So without further ado, let's get to the scriptures and see what Yahweh Shah got to say about this. So check it out. This is Isaiah 19:2. And I will set the Egyptians against the Egyptians, and they shall fight everyone against his brother, and everyone against his neighbor, city against city, kingdom against kingdom. And the spirit of Egypt shall fail in the midst thereof, and I will destroy the counsel thereof, and they shall seek to the idols and to the charmer, and to them that have familiar spirits, and to the wizards. And the Egyptians would I give over to the hand of a cruel Lord, and a fierce king shall rule over them, saith the Lord of hosts. So let's break that down right there. When the Most High said, I should set Egyptian against Egyptian. He did that back then when Moses was leading our people up out of Egypt. Now, this place is called spiritually Sodom and Egypt. So the new Egyptian is Esau. And they pretty much tell you that by when you look at movies. When you look at movies, because Egypts are really Hamites. They're Africans. But when you look at the movies, who in that place of a Egyptian? It's Esau. They want to be Egypt. And the Most High letting them, hey, he called out, you Egypt. So what he did to Egypt back then, he's doing now because they're the modern day Egyptians. The Edomites, they act like that. They stole that's why he said right there, your charmers and your wizard familiar spirits, all that witchcraft and the deities that the Hamites prayed to, Esau took that over when they conquered them when they was the Romans. So Esau continues that tradition to this day. And I dare you to combat that. All you got to do is pull out a $1 bill, look on the back of it, you see a pyramid on the left side. So I don't want to hear that I'm making stuff up and we trying to reach. No, man. These people, these Babylonians, these modern day Edomites, they carry all the wicked traditions and them old wicked kingdoms to this day with them. Which, let me get my music back. Which, that's what they do. So the Most High saying, he gonna set Egyptian against Egyptian. So right now we're looking at Esau versus Esau. And it's going to get even worse. You know, it's only going to, intensify as we go forward. Which I'm going to go ahead, for edification purposes, bring that out. That this is what we're dealing with. Let's go to Revelation 11:8. And it reads, and their dead bodies shall lie in the street of the great city, which spiritually is called Sodom and Egypt, where also our Lord was crucified. So this place is after the spirit of Sodom and after the spirit of Egypt. The Most High destroyed both of those places. Why? Because they were wicked. And not only were they wicked, they were oppressing his people in those places. Sodom, he didn't like Sodom because that's all that the Momo stuff. I don't want to say the word like that. Get the page struck, but you know what I'm talking about when I say Sodom and what they was doing. This place is just like that. They promote it. They do it in great pride. They put it all in your face, and it's only going to intensify as we move forward. It's going to get worse. And then he said, spiritually called Egypt. Like I was saying earlier, this place is also tailored after Egypt. And Esau is fashioning himself like an Egyptian. So the Most High said he going to make them, he going to put them against each other. In which that's happening. And that's all spiritually because that fits what he said in Deuteronomy, which let's go get that. Because that was comedy right there, man. That was just unnecessary killing we just witnessed right there over a very small matter. Dude could just went back to court, got full custody, and let that be that. But he wanted to be all riled up, argue with his chick. You can tell she instigated it. And then the other chick, they did like hood rats. Did none of those women try to defuse the situation? They only escalated it. And then it escalated into death. And that's usually what you see from Jake in the hood. So I'm being wild right now. Yahweh Shah is showing me like he's making good on these promises. And let's peep this right here. This is Deuteronomy 30:7. And the Lord, thy Yahweh, will put all these curses upon thy enemies and on them that hate thee, which prosecuted thee. So the curses that the Most High put on us for not following the law, such a commandments, our forefathers went off, didn't want to follow it. That's why we had to go through slavery and go through all the stuff we're going through now. We're trying to pick up the pieces now. And then because we're picking up the pieces, and Yahweh Shah is about to come back, all the curses now falling on our enemies. And you just seeing the example of that right there. That was like part of that curse. And we're going to go and get that curse specifically and show you what curse that was. To check it out. This is Deuteronomy 28 and 54. So that a man that is tender among you and very delicate, his eye shall be evil toward his brother, and toward the wife of his bosom, and towards the remnant of his children, which he shall leave. So they just said his eye should be evil toward his brother. That's why we got gangs in our community. You know, from the southern tribe to the northern tribe, the Hispanics, we got gangs, and our people kill each other all the time. That's them curses. And who put them curses on us? Esau did. You know, the Most High declared it, and then Esau made it a reality using the Willie Lynch, you know, and all his deceit, divide and conquer. So that's how the curses became reality, through Willie Lynch, you know, making us hate each other. So that right there is what we just witnessed, man. That was hatred between two Edomites. And I think dude was wanting to put dude to death because he went and got the gun quickly. You know, he was just waiting on the right, you know, moment, the right incident to get rid of dude. You tell you, he probably was liking chick, probably worried she gonna go back to her husband. So he like, man, I'm gonna just get rid of this dude and be done with it. He always coming over here harassing us. And there you go. That's that curse right there we just witnessed in that video. Was that Deuteronomy 28 and 54. And I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna read 56 too, because I'm seeing a lot of that too. Edomite women are not being good to their men. They're turning on their men. They're like divorcing their men, getting the bag, and going to get them a J. I'm seeing that at a high clip right now. Like, they no longer want their men. They're turning on their men. The same thing the way Eve turned on, you know, us. You know, now that's going to them. Now Edomite women are saying Edomite men ain't this, ain't that. You ain't no good. So, check it out. I'm going to read 56. The tender and delicate woman among you, which will not venture to set her sole of her foot upon the ground for delicateness and tenderness, her eye should be evil towards the husband of her bosom, and towards her son, and towards her daughter, and towards her young one that coming out from between her feet, and towards her children which she shall bear, for she shall eat them for one of all things, secretly in the siege and straitness, wherewith thy enemies shall distress thee in thy gates. So I'm seeing a lot of that on the Edomite side. You know, we had a lot of that in our community. Now starting to be in Esau's community. A lot of their young women are on meth. They're on opioids. They're on drugs. They don't want the child. So a lot of Edomite men are taking care of the children. A lot of Edomite men are on child support or got their woman on child support. Like, a lot of problems we got in our community is now becoming problems in Esau's community. Then I'm starting to see they're filling up the hood like nobody's business. You know, I live on the north side of Tulsa. It used to be nothing but just straight Jake. You know, you get, you know, some little hillbillies, trailer trash type of Edomites, but now you're getting like Broken Arrow, you know, South Side, you know, it's supposed to be prestigious Edomites moving back to the hood. They show they're doing bad, you know. So this thing is happening in real time. And I'm going to go ahead and hit 61, bring that out. Let's show them more of the curses. So check it out. This is Deuteronomy 28:61. Also, every sickness and every plague which is not written in the book of this law, them will the Lord bring upon thee until thou be destroyed. So that covers that, you know, this meth epidemic, this opioid epidemic. And fentanyl, I don't know if I pronounced that right, but that's starting to be a big thing in, you know, their community. They're doing the drugs, they're ODing. I found out we have one of the highest DUI rates in the country. So they're drinking like nobody's business, like the curse is falling on them. And that's, yeah, we got to call Allah Yahabashiyah Shah for that. That the Most High is, you know, he making a way for Jake, man. He giving Jake some relief by putting the problems on Esau. And then, like, Esau, he can't even fight Jake like he want to. They used to all be unified. Like, that's what made Esau so strong back then in the day. They was all unified. They was all on one accord to come against Jake. Now they can't come against Jake like they want to, because now they're too busy fighting each other. They're fighting each other over this, the mandate, Some are for it, some are not for it. Fighting each other over this political stuff. Like Esau love that political stuff. I know that they always fight over the politics. They're big into politics. And I'm like, you fools, y'all ain't figured it out yet. Like, they're the same thing. They do stuff differently, but they're the same thing. Like, the elites run the country, not your politicians. The politicians just sign off on what the elites want. So they're banging. You know, some hardcore Republicans is hating the Democrats. The Democrats is hating the Republicans. They're divided. They're divided like huge divide. Like nobody's business. And that's all prophesied too. Let's go get that. It's Matthew 12 and 26. And it reads, and if Satan cast out Satan, he is divided against himself. How shall then his kingdom stand? So that shows you right, that's division. The Most High is making them to be divided. They used to be unified. Like Esau was unified real tight. Esau band together. They always come together and they bang against everybody else. Now they're being divided. And with them being divided, their whole country, you know, Babylon the Great, America is being weakened. You know, it's being real weakened. And you can see the divide. They're not on the same accord. And with that, Jake is coming up. Northern tribe, the Hispanics coming up. Southern tribe, so-called African Americans, they coming up. You know, Judah, Levi, and Benjamin coming up. We're coming up because they're divided. They're fighting amongst each other. So that's giving us a silver of light so we can do what we do. Now, don't think we out the neck of the woods, because we still got Jacob's trouble at the doorstep, which we're going to have to deal with their military. But right now, they're divided. That shows their kingdom is not going to stand. We're at the end of Esau's society. We're at the end of Babylon the Great. So that shows that the kingdom of heaven is right around the corner. The kingdom of Yahweh that's coming. And I'm loving this because this thing is going to blow up big. And it's going to start, I noticed because Esau's so big on politics, it's going to start with that and it's going to balloon into like a civil war. Because you got the Republican conservatives, you know, they kind of conserve, you know, their values and what America was founded on, what they call the Constitution. And then you got the liberals, the Democrats, you know, they're trying to liberate. You know, liberate means free. They in that do as thy will spirit. They want to just open the gate to all wickedness, you know, which the Republican conservatives know if you do that, that's the end of their kingdom. That's destruction right there. You have to have some type of order, some type of righteousness, you know, something like that to uphold your kingdom. You can't just everybody do what they want to do and everything just liberate. That's chaos. And then say everybody be what they want to be, do what they want to do, you know, that's straight chaos right there. You have to have some type of order. And this thing is gonna blow up. And what the catalyst for it is this whole Crown 19 situation. You know, you already got the new variant coming out. That's gonna make that divide even bigger. Because they some are saying do the mandate, some saying not to do the mandate. That's gonna blow up big because then the people gonna get involved. And then we're gonna have little skirmishes with these, you know, what they call them, militia groups. Little militia groups, little Proud Boys and Oath Keepers and all of that. They gonna bang. Salaki, they gonna bang against their government. You know, the swords is coming out, especially when they feel like they can't eat or their rights are being infringed on. You best believe there's gonna be some pushback. And all the liberals, the Democrats are gonna do is they're going to initiate the military to combat, you know, these militia groups. And then once martial law gets declared, hey, they can pull out the Rex 84, King Alfred. Then they can attack Jake the way they want to. They can just go, you know, straight bloodshed with the sword, which modern day sword is a gun. They can do that, which that is going to happen. You can see it clear as day. Oh, and another thing that's going to lead to the panic and the further divide is when the dollar crash. When that dollar crash, people going to panic. Esau going to panic. Esau going to spaz out on whoever, his own people, Jake, whoever. Esau just going to go straight crazy and just, you know, get to yapping everybody with his gun. So this thing is getting heavy. It's also lovely watching the curses get put on our enemies, watch them go through what we've been going through, because they're not like us. They not blessed like us. So with the curses going on Esau, they're not gonna come out them curses like we came out of it. They're not as strong as us. They're not resilient like us. They're not mentally strong like us. Once some curses go on Esau, it's gonna eat them up. They're done with all the way. You know? And that's, hey, call Allah Yahabashah Shah for that. All praise and blessings. So with that being said, I hope this is edifying. You know, I hope brothers and sisters stay circumspect. Because Esau's about to get real agitated. You know, and when Esau get agitated, 2/3 gonna get agitated. So it's a lot of judgment going out heavy. My news feed is full of all kind of judgments. I just found out, like, you know, Tulsa, Oklahoma, it's got a high murder rate right now. A lot of it is, I thought would be shootings, but it's really car crashes. A lot of people dying in car wrecks. Because I found out we're number one of driving under the influence, DUIs and driving with suspended license. We're top of the nation in that. I didn't know that, just found that out today. So it's a lot of heavy things going out. I pray that you endure, keep the faith, and keep enjoying this prophecy that's raining out before us. And Lord willing, to the next time, Shalom.